Question 1. Who is the current monarch of the United Kingdom, and in which year did they ascend to the throne? A. Queen Elizabeth II, 1952. B. King Charles III, 2022. C. Queen Victoria, 1837. D. King Henry VIII, 1509. Answer. B. King Charles III, 2022. Charles III became the monarch of the United Kingdom in 2022, following the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Question 2. What is the significance of the Magna Carta, and in what year was it signed? A. It marked the beginning of the British Empire in 1603. B. It established parliamentary democracy in 1215. C. It limited the powers of the king and established legal rights in 1215. D. It declared independence from France in 1066. Answer. C. It limited the powers of the king and established legal rights in 1215. The Magna Carta is a foundational document of English law and constitutional principles, limiting the monarch's authority and laying the groundwork for modern democracy. Question 3. Describe the purpose of Hadrian's Wall. A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain in the 1st century. B. To serve as a defense against Viking invasions in the 9th century. C. To separate England and Scotland, built in the 2nd century. D. To protect the city of London from French invasion in the 12th century. Answer. C. To separate England and Scotland, built in the 2nd century. Hadrian's Wall was constructed by the Romans to secure the northern frontier of their empire in Britain and to control movement between the north and south. Question 4. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, and what is she best known for? A. Margaret Thatcher, known for her conservative policies and economic reforms in the 1980s. B. Theresa May, known for navigating Brexit negotiations. C. Elizabeth I, known for defeating the Spanish Armada. D. Mary I, known for her attempt to restore Catholicism in England. Answer. A. Margaret Thatcher, known for her conservative policies and economic reforms in the 1980s. Thatcher was the UK's first female Prime Minister, serving from 1979 to 1990, and was known for her strong leadership and neoliberal economic policies. Question 5. What event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night, and what year did it occur? A. The defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588. B. The signing of the Magna Carta in 1215. C. The Gunpowder Plot, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament in 1605. D. The Battle of Hastings in 1066. Answer. C. The Gunpowder Plot, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament in 1605. Guy Fawkes Night commemorates the foiling of the Gunpowder Plot, in which Guy Fawkes and others attempted to assassinate King James I and members of Parliament. Question 6. Explain the term Commonwealth and name at least 3 member countries. A. A British sports competition, England, Scotland and Wales. B. An economic union like the EU, the UK, France and Germany. C. A political organisation of former British colonies, India, Canada and Australia. D. A military alliance, the UK, the United States and Russia. Answer. C. A political organisation of former British colonies, India, Canada and Australia. The Commonwealth is an association primarily of former British colonies and territories, promoting values like democracy, human rights and economic development. Question 7. What were the main causes of the English Civil War? A. Disputes over the exploration of the New World. B. Religious differences and power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament. C. A border conflict with Scotland. D. Economic sanctions from France. Answer: B. Religious differences and power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament. The English Civil War was largely fueled by conflicts between King Charles I and Parliament over governance and religious freedoms. Question 8. Detail the process and significance of the UK's decolonisation period after World War II. A. It involved granting independence to colonies, marked the end of the British Empire. B. The UK expanded its territories to increase its global influence. C. The UK forcefully annexed additional territories as colonies. D. Decolonisation involved the UK taking over additional European territories. Answer: A. It involved granting independence to colonies, marked the end of the British Empire. The decolonisation periods saw the UK gradually granting independence to its colonies, leading to the dissolution of the British Empire and the emergence of new sovereign nations. Question 9. What is the special relationship between the UK and the USA? A. A trade agreement established in the 19th century. B. A military alliance formed during World War II. C. A close diplomatic and military partnership. D. A cultural exchange program initiated in the 1960s. Answer: C. A close diplomatic and military partnership. The special relationship refers to the long-standing political, diplomatic, and military cooperation between the UK and the USA, highlighted by their alliance in various international conflicts and agreements. Question 10. Which treaty marked the formal union between England and Scotland? A. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919. B. The Acts of Union in 1707. C. The Magna Carta in 1215. D. The Treaty of Paris in 1763. Answer: B. The Acts of Union in 1707. The Acts of Union were agreements that united the kingdoms of England and Scotland into a single sovereign state known as Great Britain. Question 11. What are the key principles of the British Constitution? A. The divine right of kings to rule. B. Parliamentary sovereignty, the rule of law, and the separation of powers. C. The centralized power of the monarchy. D. Direct democracy and absolute freedom of speech. Answer: B. Parliamentary sovereignty, the rule of law, and the separation of powers. The British Constitution, which is unwritten, is founded on key principles, including the sovereignty of Parliament, the importance of the rule of law, and the separation of governmental powers, ensuring a balanced and democratic governance structure. Question 12. How does the UK's parliamentary system work, including the roles of the House of Commons and the House of Lords? A. The House of Commons makes laws, and the House of Lords serves as the executive branch. B. The House of Lords makes laws, and the House of Commons enforces them. C. Both houses serve mainly ceremonial roles with no real power. D. The House of Commons proposes and votes on legislation, while the House of Lords reviews and can suggest amendments to legislation. Answer: D. The House of Commons proposes and votes on legislation, while the House of Lords reviews and can suggest amendments to legislation. The UK's parliamentary system is bicameral, with the elected House of Commons holding the primary responsibility for making laws and the appointed House of Lords acting as a revising chamber, providing scrutiny and expertise. Question 13. What is devolution, and which regions of the UK have devolved governments? A. The process of dissolving the UK. None. B. Centralisation of power to London. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland do not have their own governments. C. The transfer of certain powers from the UK Parliament to Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and London, giving them a degree of autonomy. D. The delegation of UK parliamentary powers to the European Union, applicable to all UK regions. Answer. C. The transfer of certain powers from the UK Parliament to Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and London, giving them a degree of autonomy. Devolution refers to the decentralisation of powers to regional governments within the UK, allowing them to exercise authority over certain areas such as education, health, and transportation. Question 14. What historical event led to the establishment of the Church of England? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. King Henry VIII's dispute with the Pope over his divorce, leading to the Act of Supremacy in 1534. C. The Glorious Revolution. D. The Battle of Hastings. Answer. B. King Henry VIII's dispute with the Pope over his divorce, leading to the Act of Supremacy in 1534. The establishment of the Church of England was primarily due to King Henry VIII's desire to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, which the Pope refused to sanction, prompting the king to break away from the Catholic Church. Question 15. Who was Sir Winston Churchill, and why is he a significant figure in British history? A. A British explorer who discovered Australia. B. A 19th-century monarch known for his cultural reforms. C. The Prime Minister of the UK during World War II, known for his leadership and oratory skills. D. The inventor of the steam engine. Answer. C. The Prime Minister of the UK during World War II, known for his leadership and oratory skills. Sir Winston Churchill is celebrated for his pivotal role in leading Britain through the challenges of World War II, particularly for his inspirational speeches and steadfast determination. Question 16. What was the Industrial Revolution, and how did it affect the UK? A. A period of decline in industrial and technological innovation. B. A movement to restore agricultural practices to medieval methods. C. A period of rapid industrial and technological growth that began in the late 18th century, transforming the UK's economy and society. D. The transition from coal to renewable energy sources in the 20th century. Answer. C. A period of rapid industrial and technological growth that began in the late 18th century, transforming the UK's economy and society. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant shift in British history, leading to urbanisation, changes in labour, and the emergence of the UK as a global industrial power. Question 17. In what year did the UK join the European Economic Community, which later became known as the European Union? A. 1952. B. 1973. C. 1992. D. 2000. Answer. B. 1973. The UK joined the European Economic Community, the precursor to the European Union, in 1973, marking a significant shift in its economic and political relationships with continental Europe. Question 18. What was the impact of the Great Fire of London, and in what year did it occur? A. It led to the expansion of the British Empire in 1666. B. The fire destroyed much of the medieval city of London in 1666, leading to extensive rebuilding. C. It marked the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in 1750. D. The fire was a minor event with no significant consequences in 1605. Answer B. The fire destroyed much of the medieval city of London in 1666, leading to extensive rebuilding. The Great Fire of London was a catastrophic event that devastated the city, but also led to major urban development and the implementation of new building codes. Question 19. Who are the suffragettes and what did they achieve? A. A group of women who campaigned for the UK to leave the European Union. B. Female scientists who made significant discoveries in the field of medicine. C. Women who campaigned for female suffrage in the early 20th century, successfully achieving voting rights for women. D. A political party that governed the UK in the 18th century. Answer C. Women who campaigned for female suffrage in the early 20th century, successfully achieving voting rights for women. The suffragettes were instrumental in the fight for women's rights in the UK, particularly in securing the right to vote through persistent advocacy and activism. Question 20. What is the significance of the Battle of Britain during World War II? A. It was the first battle fought entirely in space. B. A decisive naval battle that ended the threat of invasion by Napoleon. C. An aerial campaign that marked the first major military defeat for Hitler's Germany and prevented the invasion of Britain. D. A medieval battle that established English control over the French territories. Answer C. An aerial campaign that marked the first major military defeat for Hitler's Germany and prevented the invasion of Britain. The Battle of Britain in 1940 was crucial for maintaining British independence during World War II, showcasing the resilience and strength of the Royal Air Force against the German Luftwaffe. Question 21. Detail the origins and impact of the National Health Service, NHS. A. Founded in 1948 by Aneurin Bevan, the NHS provided free healthcare to the UK population for the first time. B. Established in 1982 to privatise healthcare in the UK. C. Created in 1900 as the world's first private healthcare system. D. Initiated in 2000 to introduce health insurance in the UK. Answer A. Founded in 1948 by Aneurin Bevan, the NHS provided free healthcare to the UK population for the first time. The NHS revolutionised healthcare in the UK, ensuring universal access to services regardless of wealth. Question 22. What are the legal systems in the UK, and how do they differ across its countries? A. A single legal system applies uniformly across the UK. B. Separate legal systems for England and Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, reflecting their unique legal traditions and practices. C. Only England has a distinct legal system. The rest of the UK follows European law. D. The UK follows the American legal system with minor adjustments. Answer B. Separate legal systems for England and Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, reflecting their unique legal traditions and practices. These systems differ in terms of law codes, legal procedures, and judiciary structures. Question 23. Who was the first person to circumnavigate the globe under the British flag? A. Charles Darwin. B. Sir Francis Drake. C. James Cook. D. Sir Walter Raleigh. Answer B. Sir Francis Drake. Drake completed his circumnavigation of the globe in 1580, enhancing England's naval prowess and enriching Elizabeth I's treasury. Question 24. What led to the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? A. The unification of the English and Scottish kingdoms in 1603. B. The Acts of Union 1707 combined England and Scotland. The Acts of Union 1800 added Ireland, with the partition of Ireland in 1922 leading to the current UK structure. C. The signing of the Magna Carta in 1215. D. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919. Answer. B. The Acts of Union 1707 combined England and Scotland. The Acts of Union 1800 added Ireland, with the partition of Ireland in 1922 leading to the current UK structure. This series of political acts formed the United Kingdom as it is known today. Question 25. What is the significance of the Battle of Hastings? A. It was a key battle in the War of the Roses. B. It marked the beginning of the Norman conquest of England in 1066. C. It ended the Viking Age in Britain. D. It was the final battle of the English Civil War. Answer. B. It marked the beginning of the Norman conquest of England in 1066. The victory of William the Conqueror at Hastings changed the course of English history, culture and language. Question 26. Describe the importance of Shakespeare in British culture and literature. A. Known for inventing the English language. B. A Victorian novelist who depicted industrial England. C. The most influential playwright and poet of the English Renaissance, whose works are considered timeless. D. A modern film director known for his adaptations of classic tales. Answer. C. The most influential playwright and poet of the English Renaissance, whose works are considered timeless. Shakespeare's contributions to literature and the arts have profoundly shaped English culture and language. Question 27. What role did the UK play in the abolition of the slave trade? A. It was the last major country to abolish the slave trade. B. It led the international movement to abolish the slave trade in the 19th century. C. It took no significant action against the slave trade. D. It introduced the slave trade to the Americas. Answer. B. It led the international movement to abolish the slave trade in the 19th century. The UK played a pivotal role in ending the transatlantic slave trade, notably through the Slave Trade Act of 1807. Question 28. Who were the Tolpuddle Martyrs and why are they significant? A. A group of scientists who made groundbreaking discoveries in agriculture. B. Early 19th century labor organizers who were prosecuted, becoming symbols of the workers' rights movement. C. The leaders of the Gunpowder Plot. D. British soldiers who fought in the American Revolution. Answer. B. Early 19th century labor organizers who were prosecuted, becoming symbols of the workers' rights movement. The Tolpuddle Martyrs story highlights the struggle for labor rights and trade unionism in the UK. Question 29. What was the significance of the Glorious Revolution? A. It confirmed England as a Catholic nation. B. It resulted in the establishment of the British Empire. C. It led to the overthrow of James II in favour of William and Mary, cementing parliamentary democracy. D. It marked the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Answer. C. It led to the overthrow of James II in favour of William and Mary, cementing parliamentary democracy. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 established the precedence of Parliament over the monarchy, a cornerstone of modern British democracy. Question 30. How did the Victorian era influence Britain and the British Empire? A. It was characterised by decline and loss of territories. B. Marked by industrial, cultural and imperial expansion. shaping the modern UK and influencing the world. C. It focused solely on scientific advancements, neglecting the arts and literature. D. The era was marked by significant military defeats. Answer B. Marked by industrial, cultural, and imperial expansion, shaping the modern UK and influencing the world. The Victorian era is known for its significant contributions to industrialization, global influence, and cultural achievements. Question 31. What was the Beveridge Report, and how did it contribute to modern British society? A. A financial plan to pay off national debt post-World War II. B. A document proposing reforms to address social injustices, leading to the creation of the welfare state. C. A military strategy report for World War II. D. A blueprint for the UK's exit from the European Union. Answer B. A document proposing reforms to address social injustices, leading to the creation of the welfare state. The Beveridge Report laid the groundwork for the modern social welfare system in the UK, including the establishment of the NHS. Question 32. Detail the significance of the Good Friday Agreement in Northern Ireland. A. It marked the beginning of the Troubles. B. It was a peace agreement in 1998 that helped to end most of the violence of the Troubles. C. An economic pact between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. D. A trade agreement with the European Union. Answer B. It was a peace agreement in 1998 that helped to end most of the violence of the Troubles. The Good Friday Agreement was a major political development that brought relative peace to Northern Ireland after decades of conflict. Question 33. What triggered the UK's referendum on EU membership, leading to Brexit? A. Economic pressures from the Eurozone crisis. B. A legal requirement from the EU. C. Growing public and political pressure for the UK to re-evaluate its EU membership. D. An unanimous decision by the UK Parliament without public pressure. Answer C. Growing public and political pressure for the UK to re-evaluate its EU membership. The decision to hold a referendum on EU membership, resulting in Brexit, was driven by increasing debates on sovereignty, immigration, and UK's contributions to the EU. Question 34. What are the main political parties in the UK, and what ideologies do they represent? A. The Conservative Party, centre-right. Labour Party, centre-left. Liberal Democrats, centre, and Scottish National Party, centre-left. B. Only the Conservative and Labour parties representing left and right ideologies, respectively. C. The Green Party, environmentalism. UKIP, nationalism, without significant others. D. The Monarchist Party, absolute monarchy. And the Republican Party, republicanism. Answer A. The Conservative Party, centre-right. Labour Party, centre-left. Liberal Democrats, centre, and Scottish National Party, centre-left. These parties represent a range of ideologies from conservative to progressive, with significant impacts on UK's domestic and foreign policies. Question 35. Describe the impact of immigration on modern British society. A. It has led to a decrease in cultural diversity. B. Immigration has significantly contributed to the UK's cultural diversity, economic growth, and global connections. C. It has had no noticeable impact. D. Immigration was completely halted in the 20th century. Answer B. Immigration has significantly contributed to the UK's cultural diversity, economic growth, and global connections. The UK's diverse population has been shaped by waves of immigration, enriching its culture and strengthening its economy. Question 36. Who was Charles Darwin, and why is his work significant? A. A British king known for his environmental policies. B. The inventor of the steam engine. C. A naturalist who developed the theory of evolution by natural selection, fundamentally changing the science of biology. D. A general in the British Army during World War I. Answer. C. A naturalist who developed the theory of evolution by natural selection, fundamentally changing the science of biology. Darwin's work on evolution challenged existing views on species creation and has had a profound impact on biological sciences. Question 37. How has the British economy evolved from the 19th century to today? A. It has remained largely agricultural. B. Transition from an industrial economy to a service-oriented economy, becoming one of the world's largest financial centers. C. It has progressively declined without recovery. D. The economy has reverted to a feudal system. Answer. B. Transition from an industrial economy to a service-oriented economy, becoming one of the world's largest financial centers. This evolution reflects broader global economic shifts and the UK's adaptability to changing economic conditions. Question 38. What was the impact of the Suez Crisis on British foreign policy? A. It confirmed Britain's status as the world's leading superpower. B. The crisis in 1956 marked the end of Britain's role as a major global imperial power. C. It had no impact on British foreign policy. D. It led to the expansion of the British Empire in the Middle East. Answer. B. The crisis in 1956 marked the end of Britain's role as a major global imperial power. The Suez Crisis exposed the limitations of Britain's post-war power and influenced a reassessment of its role on the global stage. Question 39. Who is known as the father of the English Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Winston Churchill. D. Admiral Nelson. Answer. B. Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is credited with founding the modern English Navy, significantly expanding and organizing it into a powerful force. Question 40. Describe the role and importance of the Commonwealth Games. A. An event celebrating the British monarchy. B. A global military parade showcasing defense capabilities. C. An international multi-sport event involving athletes from the Commonwealth of Nations, promoting unity and sportsmanship. D. A trade conference for Commonwealth countries. Answer. C. An international multi-sport event involving athletes from the Commonwealth of Nations, promoting unity and sportsmanship. The Commonwealth Games are a key event that reflects the cultural and historical ties between Commonwealth countries through sporting competition. Question 41. What are the Crown dependencies and how do they relate to the UK? A. Independent countries that share a monarch with the UK. B. Regions within the UK that have their own monarchies. C. Territories that are not part of the UK, but for which the UK is responsible. D. Former colonies of the British Empire that have retained formal ties with the UK. Answer. C. Territories that are not part of the UK, but for which the UK is responsible. The Crown dependencies include the Isle of Man and the bailiwicks of Jersey and Guernsey, which are self-governing possessions of the Crown, with the UK responsible for their defence and international representation. Question 42. What was the impact of World War I on the British Empire? A. It led to the expansion of the British Empire. B. The war had no significant impact on the British Empire. C. It resulted in the British Empire's decline, contributing to the rise of independence movements in its colonies. D. The British Empire's territories were divided among the victors of the war. Answer: C. It resulted in the British Empire's decline, contributing to the rise of independence movements in its colonies. World War I significantly strained the British Empire, both financially and militarily, paving the way for decolonization efforts in the years that followed. Question 43. Detail the significance of the Stonehenge. A. It was a Roman fortress built to protect against invasions. B. A medieval castle used by English royalty. C. A prehistoric monument believed to have been used for ceremonies or astronomical observations. D. The site of the signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: C. A prehistoric monument believed to have been used for ceremonies or astronomical observations. Stonehenge is one of the most famous landmarks in the UK, known for its complex construction and the mystery surrounding its purpose and origins. Question 44. Who was Margaret Thatcher, and what economic policies is she known for? A. A British Queen known for her philanthropy. B. The first female Prime Minister of the UK, known for her neoliberal policies including privatisation and deregulation. C. A children's author who wrote about the British countryside. D. The inventor of the World Wide Web. Answer: B. The first female Prime Minister of the UK, known for her neoliberal policies including privatisation and deregulation. Margaret Thatcher's tenure was marked by significant economic reforms that transformed the British economy. Question 45. What is the significance of the English Bill of Rights? A. It established England as a republic. B. It was a treaty that ended the War of the Roses. C. A 1689 Act that laid down limits on the powers of the Crown and set out the rights of Parliament. D. A document that granted independence to American colonies. Answer: C. A 1689 Act that laid down limits on the powers of the Crown and set out the rights of Parliament. The English Bill of Rights is a cornerstone of modern British democracy, establishing parliamentary supremacy over the monarchy. Question 46. How did the Enclosure Acts affect British agriculture and society? A. They led to the modern conservation movement. B. The Acts resulted in the redistribution of land to all citizens. C. They consolidated land into fewer hands, leading to agricultural efficiency, but also rural displacement. D. They outlawed the use of machinery in farming. Answer: C. They consolidated land into fewer hands, leading to agricultural efficiency, but also rural displacement. The Enclosure Acts fundamentally changed the landscape of British agriculture and had profound social consequences, including urban migration. Question 47. What triggered the Peasants' Revolt, and what were its outcomes? A. The introduction of the euro in England. B. A reaction to the Black Death and high taxes, leading to calls for social reforms. It was suppressed, but had long-term effects on feudalism. C. A protest against the Enclosure Acts. D. Discontent with the outcome of the Battle of Hastings. Answer: B. A reaction to the Black Death and high taxes, leading to calls for social reforms. It was suppressed, but had long-term effects on feudalism. The Peasants' Revolt of 1381 was a significant uprising against social and economic injustices, marking an early challenge to feudal authority. Question 48. Who wrote the national anthem of the United Kingdom, and what is its title? A. William Shakespeare, Rule Britannia. B. Unknown, God Save the Queen, or King, depending on the monarch's gender. C. John Lennon, Imagine. D. Sir Walter Scott, The Lady of the Lake. Answer: B. Unknown, God Save the Queen, or King, depending on the monarch's gender. The British national anthem's authorship is unknown, and it serves as a patriotic song praising the reigning monarch. Question 49. What is the role of the Prime Minister in the UK government? A. The ceremonial head of state. B. The chief financial officer of the UK. C. The head of the UK's military forces. D. The head of government responsible for running the country and leading the executive branch. Answer: D. The head of government responsible for running the country and leading the executive branch. The Prime Minister plays a central role in UK politics, overseeing the administration of government and the implementation of policy. Question 50. Describe the UK's contributions to global scientific advancements. A. The UK has played a minimal role in global science. B. Key contributions include the discovery of penicillin, the structure of DNA, and the development of the World Wide Web. C. The UK contributed solely to the field of medieval medicine. D. British advancements are limited to the invention of the steam engine. Answer: B. Key contributions include the discovery of penicillin, the structure of DNA, and the development of the World Wide Web. The UK has been a leader in scientific research and innovation, contributing significantly to various fields and changing the course of modern science and technology. Question 51. What historical event is marked by the term the Troubles in Northern Ireland? A. The establishment of the Northern Ireland Assembly in 1998. B. A period of economic prosperity in the 1960s. C. A civil rights movement in the 1950s. D. A violent conflict from the late 1960s to 1998, centred around the constitutional status of Northern Ireland. Answer: D. A violent conflict from the late 1960s to 1998, centred around the constitutional status of Northern Ireland. The Troubles refers to a period of sectarian violence and political unrest, significantly impacting the lives of those in Northern Ireland and shaping its political landscape. Question 52. Who was the first British monarch of the House of Windsor? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George V. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King Edward VII. Answer: B. King George V. In 1917, during World War I, King George V changed the royal family's name from the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha to the House of Windsor to counter anti-German sentiment. Question 53. What were the main reasons for the UK's involvement in the Gulf Wars? A. To support American efforts to spread democracy. B. To protect historical sites in the Middle East. C. To gain control of oil resources in the region. D. To liberate Kuwait from Iraqi occupation in 1991 and to disarm Iraq based on allegations of weapons of mass destruction in 2003. Answer: D. To liberate Kuwait from Iraqi occupation in 1991 and to disarm Iraq based on allegations of weapons of mass destruction in 2003. The UK's involvement was part of international coalitions aimed at addressing aggression and security concerns in the Gulf region. Question 54. Describe the evolution of the UK's public health system leading to the establishment of the NHS. A. The NHS was established immediately following the Norman conquest to improve hygiene. B. It began as a series of private health clubs in the 19th century. C. Starting with public health acts in the 19th century addressing urban sanitation, leading to the formation of the NHS in 1948 to provide universal health care. D. The NHS was a result of a royal decree in the medieval period. Answer. C. Starting with public health acts in the 19th century addressing urban sanitation, leading to the formation of the NHS in 1948 to provide universal health care. This evolution marks the UK's commitment to improving public health and making healthcare accessible to all citizens. Question 55. What was the significance of the Reform Acts in the 19th century? A. They abolished the monarchy and established a republic. B. They standardized the British currency. C. They extended the right to vote and redistributed parliamentary seats, making the electoral system more democratic. D. They restricted the rights of workers to form unions. Answer. C. They extended the right to vote and redistributed parliamentary seats, making the electoral system more democratic. The Reform Acts were pivotal in expanding the franchise and addressing disparities in representation, crucial steps towards the modern democratic system in the UK. Question 56. How did the UK's relationship with the European Union change leading up to Brexit? A. The UK sought to adopt the euro as its currency. B. Relations remained consistent from the UK's entry until its departure. C. Increasing debates over sovereignty, economic policies, and migration led to a referendum and the decision to leave the EU in 2016. D. The UK became the leading member and primary decision-maker within the EU. Answer. C. Increasing debates over sovereignty, economic policies, and migration led to a referendum and the decision to leave the EU in 2016. This period was marked by growing public and political discourse on the benefits and limitations of EU membership, culminating in the Brexit vote. Question 57. What are the British values as outlined in the Life in the UK Handbook? A. Monarchy, empire and tradition. B. Democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance for those with different faiths and beliefs. C. Isolationism, militarism, and mercantilism. D. Industrialism, colonialism, and exploration. Answer. B. Democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance for those with different faiths and beliefs. These values emphasize the principles that underpin British society, promoting a culture of inclusivity and respect. Question 58. Detail the significance of the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. A. It marked the beginning of the British Empire's expansion into Africa. B. The battle ended Napoleon Bonaparte's rule and marked a turning point in European history, leading to a period of relative peace. C. It was a minor skirmish with little impact on European politics. D. The battle resulted in Britain losing its colonies in America. Answer. B. The battle ended Napoleon Bonaparte's rule and marked a turning point in European history, leading to a period of relative peace. The Battle of Waterloo was a decisive conflict that concluded the Napoleonic Wars and reshaped the European political landscape. Question 59. Who was responsible for the establishment of the British Museum, and in what year did it open? A. Sir Hans Sloane. It opened to the public in 1759. B. Queen Elizabeth I. It opened in 1600. C. King Henry VIII. It opened in 1536. D. Charles Darwin. It opened in 1859. Answer: A. Sir Hans Sloane. It opened to the public in 1759. Sir Hans Sloane's bequest of his collection to the nation under the condition that it be made accessible to the public led to the establishment of the British Museum, one of the world's first public national museums. Question 60. How has British music influenced global culture, especially during the 20th century? A. British music remained largely unknown outside Europe. B. It led to the global spread of classical music. C. Acts like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones revolutionized popular music, influencing genres and artists worldwide. D. It was primarily focused on reviving medieval music traditions. Answer: C. Acts like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones revolutionized popular music, influencing genres and artists worldwide. British music, particularly during the British invasion of the 1960s, had a profound impact on global culture, setting trends and shaping the development of rock and pop music.